Alright. This is it.
Is this episode 1?
Episode 1.
Alright.
We changed characters again, but...
Change characters?
Oh, I gotta do...
Gotcha.
I gotta do this thing real quick.
Okay. ASMR.
It's
Soda pop into...
It's one camera. I don't think it's gonna sound like that. I did brush my teeth right before I did this, so I don't know how this is gonna taste.
As good
Tastes
as
the
ours.
same. It doesn't taste different. So.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright. First on the agenda. What do we got?
What do we got?
We actually made a Discord now, so where we can organize our ideas. So
We're going to start with superlatives.
actually, I think I'm gonna start with the WASI. Oh yeah, welcome to Wyatt's only social interaction.
I'm Jake.
Wyatt.
That's Wyatt.
With Wyatt. I feel like it'd be better if you say it and then, and then I'll be like, I'm
Okay.
Wyatt.
Do you want to cut and then go back in?
No, we're gonna
Keep it
never
rolling.
cut once you start the
Once you
recording.
commit.
So
Alright.
yeah. Alright. Alright, so why did I start this podcast? Why did I start it? I was telling you about it. I figured what was the main point. I figured this is like one of my only social interactions. I mean, obviously this isn't my only social interaction because otherwise there would be no viewers on this.
Right.
So everyone that's probably watching this has probably had a social interaction with me.
Yep.
But this is the only recorded social interaction that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
If you've looked at my YouTube channel, I have a lot of solo social
Independent.
interactions.
Yep.
With me talking to myself.
Okay.
So this is like advanced.
Yeah.
I'm advancing
Yep.
to talking to you now.
Alright. Cool.
Should we acknowledge what time it is?
We can acknowledge what time
10
it is.
p.m.
Yeah. 18 minutes after 10 p.m.
Yep.
On a Thursday.
It's maybe it'll be Friday, but
Yeah.
probably not. We'll probably end this before.
Yeah, we'll see what we
Alright.
start talking about. I
Alright.
mean, I don't have any hard points this week. I feel like I was very convicted last week to say something. So
Yeah.
I'm more in like the listening mood, which I understand
okay.
most people who are listening to this podcast are probably in that mood. I
Alright,
gotta
so
be
I
I
have
gotta
to
be on the
advocate-
yeah
I
I
have
gotta
to
be on the
entertain
yeah
this.
I gotta be on the other end of the spectrum here.
Okay,
to
here
get
we
this
go.
done.
So I don't know if we want to just start off with the first thing that I wrote down on here.
Yeah, I mean, let's start from the top and go from there. What would it be like to not have a nose? Like, instead of a nose, you just have one hole you smell through.
Now this one,
That's a pretty...
like I was thinking for masks because the people that whenever I see people out in public with masks, they always have it below their nose.
Yeah.
So I think if you had it like right on your nose, maybe that would be like society would be so different. I think people just like
Like we
didn't
never
have-
had
It's
noses.
such a weird thing for on your face, you know.
Noses?
Yes. It's
I try not to
everything
think.
else goes in, but your nose sticks up. Like, what's up with that?
I try not to think about it too much, but yeah,
That's why I wrote it down here.
Yeah,
It's
that
like-
is a pretty crazy thought.
I mean, your ears stick up, but that's like so you can.
I wonder
so
if
it catches the sound.
I wonder if it's like your nostrils. I don't know. This is whatever. I wonder if they're facing down, right?
Yeah.
So that when you're running, bugs
It's
don't
also
like
for
go right into it.
It's also for food.
Yeah, I
'cause
suppose
when
it
you
helps
eat
with
food,
flavor.
It goes up
Yeah.
in your nose.
Yeah.
It could be.
So
that
you're
when
saying would the
running-
one hole be down facing?
No, I think
So it'd be
it would
like you got just a nose, but there's just one nostril.
Just a hole. It'd be
That'd be
like a big hole,
crazy.
maybe. Maybe it's like a mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe a nose set. You don't need that much air in there, right?
I don't know. I've heard you're supposed to breathe through your nose and exhale through your mouth. That's
Yeah,
like
you just made everyone like become like
aware.
think of that.
Yeah.
How's that?
I mean, that's all.
You just have to bring it up, and then everyone's suddenly aware of it.
Yeah, their tongue in their mouth and yeah.
Don't do that. We don't need to. All right. Should we? and then. That's the one thing you're supposed to do when you're talking. You're supposed to say and then.
And then.
I feel like if you say all right, then you're just ending the conversation. Like.
Right.
If I say all right, and then you have to bring something up, because otherwise it's weird if I just like.
True. So, we can get meta here for a second, since this is episode 1 and all. Like,
yeah.
So, I think a lot of podcasts kind of like to discuss their podcast and what they're doing as a podcast.
Yes, that's
in the early stages. And I think, we're doing it right now, so I guess it's just a natural, obvious thing that happens.
I was hoping you'd ask me, and then I could, because I don't know how to bring it up on my.
We'll get to it. I think, though, because people talk about podcasts during the first episode of a podcast because they don't know what else to talk about, we should not do that. But it's already too late, so we've already done it.
No, we're not. We didn't.
So.
Well, that was my plan. I was going to talk about why I started this podcast.
Yeah. You can bring it up. Go for it.
You remember why?
It's your only social interaction.
Do you remember what else I said?
I can't recall. Sorry.
Oh, man. I told you. Because I've told it to too many people, so now it feels like I'm just repeating myself, and now it just doesn't make sense for me to say it out loud now.
Okay.
So, why did I start this podcast? Well, I think one, because I wanted to start YouTube so that I could have videos of myself forever. Because I figured this is going to be my only social interaction that's going to be recorded. And it'll be seen into the future. So.
Right. I think there's something to be said about leaving a legacy.
This is my legacy right here.
This is the legacy. So I think about that. Like, I don't know anything about my grandparents. I know a little bit about my grandma that I lived with, obviously. But my grandfathers didn't leave behind much of any recorded legacy. It's just an oral history of their existence. Like,
both of our grandkids are gonna see this one day.
Exactly. So I'm cognizant of that. Something I had done in the past was journaling with the intent of packaging it into something for my grandkids. Now you don't have to,
because we got video now.
That's true, but I think there's something to written. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that a thing that they were saying? I don't remember exactly who.
But then the flip side is do grandkids generally care about the lives of their grandparents? I would like to think so. Yeah. If I have a grandchild who's in their teens or 20s, do they care about?
I'm pretty sure they'll be exactly like us.
I suppose.
When they were our age, probably.
Yeah.
But they were all in black and white, and we can see color now, so it's like.
Yeah, it was before color was invented.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's see, now they can see us in 720p, but really they don't know that we have 4K, and.
Right.
We don't have projection though, so projection video. They can't walk around this room.
I wonder if
I'm just talking about what probably technologies that they'll have in the future that'll seem old to maybe they thought everything.
So
was
you know
2D.
how Google Maps, you can go back to early Google Maps, early Street View, 2008 I think was 2007 was the early Street View, and then before that you could get the panoramic photos.
Yeah.
People would be at the Eiffel Tower, and then they'd just do a panoramic photo, and you could click around and zoom in a little bit, but it was still really crappy. I wonder if all of those will ever be aggregated into.
Well, right now you can even go between it's almost like they have a video. Before it was a cut, we cut, but now you can go a foot over, and on Google Images you can go exact amounts. You don't have to go between the block.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But I wonder if they're ever going to use that data as because obviously it already exists, right? So there's photos and all these panoramics. You go to the history museum, you're going to see typically now, and maybe it already exists. I don't go to enough history museums, but you're going to see the photos from here's some black and white photos of some guys working or whatever.
In the future, they might have ultraviolet, being able to see ultraviolet.
Yeah.
And so maybe maybe there's even more.
Yeah, stuff that we're not.
Maybe ultraviolet's going to be more detailed or something.
we're not keeping track
We're
of.
not like this is what we would look like, but really we look like ugly because they can see ultraviolet now. Like everyone's super.
Yeah.
Maybe like ultraviolet's the
maybe
new,
they're more
the
beautiful
new,
or something.
The new model thing is if you get your ultraviolet light just right, it's like really beautiful or something.
And OxyClean just goes out of business. You know how OxyClean works?
No.
It stains your clothing with a UV dye.
Huh.
But since you can't see the UV dye.
What does that even? I don't know.
So it's like a non-chlorinated bleach.
What
right?
does that do?
It makes your whites brighter.
Oh, okay.
So it's literally just UV dyeing the fabric. So usually I don't know.
That's weird.
So if you ever wash anything with OxyClean and then like put it under a black light, it just turns blue.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
Okay.
Green's a
probably.
color.
I like. See, orange is like my scripted answer because
Right.
I chose to like orange.
Okay.
But purple is my first answer.
Those are all, tertiary colors.
Like purple is like
secondary colors. What was
ultraviolet.
it?
Purple and ultraviolet are kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
Purple, I guess, is a color that we can't actually see.
Yep.
Or something. It's like a mix. It's like an overlap.
Purple.
Yeah,
I call it red.
we're
blue.
supposed to do research on this. I didn't research. I mean, I heard that, but I have my phone out here. I actually have Wolfram Alpha. If we need to look.
Math questions up.
Yeah, that's pretty much all. Or ingredients. Like, what ingredients do we have?
Coriander.
I don't know what that is. Coriander. There it is. Coriander is. There's a picture of it. It's a natural occurrence. Is it a rock? Wow.
Is it a rock?
What is that? They're not.
It does not. It does not occur.
Remember, this is a podcast, so it's like we have to like talk everything out.
Yeah. So it's a plant. It's a flowering plant in the carrot family.
Yes, coriander.
Yep.
It's
Wonder if the root is any good.
I don't know. I've never eaten coriander, so.
You probably have.
Oh, should we just go on to number 2 now?
Let's move on to number 2. Potential
These
fight
aren't even numbered.
scenarios.
We should save that one for later. I can tell that's gonna be a good
potential fight scenarios. Where are we gonna save that for later? How about here's a scenario?
Okay.
I wanna talk about potential fight scenarios, and you don't until later.
No, like a physical fight scenario. Like.
So like between certain animals, between certain people.
Well, I was thinking because there used to be this game on. We used to play this game where you like. Have you seen this? What is it? Let me see if I can look it up. This fighting.
Street Fighter.
No, it's like real human models, but you move each of their joints just a little bit. It's like you move each of them like just a tiny bit. Like you just move them a little bit, and then like the other person's their turn, and then they move them a little bit, and so you can like, and then at the end, like at the very end, it takes forever. Yeah. But at the end, it's like it plays it in real time.
Yeah.
And so they get these like because you're moving it tiny bit. So like when you play it in the full version, they just do crazy like full on fight scenes.
Okay.
And because it's like it's an online game between you and another person. So most people they just fall over because they don't know how to use their legs, their leg joints. But the really good people, they'll jump on you or rip off your arms, and like slap you with it. It's insane.
Bizarre. That's bizarre.
And so what I was thinking, because I was listening to Lux Friedman's podcast.
Okay.
He's about AI, and because he's a black belt, and so he's talking if AI will eventually be able to like beat a human in like combat, like if it was a computer, like because a robot has like metal arms and stuff, but like if it was like everything was equal, if like because humans are just so good at like physical. Like
right.
Wrestling, like it's like muscle memory and.
I think it depends on the battleground, you know. It depends on the terms of the battle.
I mean, if it was like you versus yourself, but the other you was like was an AI basically.
You mean like naked in a cage, fist fight?
Yeah. Like,
Gotcha.
Or, I mean, you could have clothes on or whatever.
But that's like the general like okay,
an,
would you go against a wolf?
Like an actual AI.
You know what I mean?
Like some user, like a generated AI, ready to fight you in your. But it still feels pain and all that. Like it's got everything's equal to you. It's just an AI. So, cause like there's certain stuff.
I would argue that doesn't exist. So I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't exist.
But it can't. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it can be equal because it's AI. Like it can be a close approximation, but it will never be.
Yeah, but would it like be? Because a computer can think faster than a human.
Right. Yeah.
So would it be able to like? I don't know. Would it be able to?
I think it.
Because humans, because we get all of our feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another thing that they brought up was how like when a robot, like the best way to get robots for picking stuff up is to actually have a camera in the hand. Because when you go to touch something, your hand like covers up the thing that you're trying to touch.
Okay.
So like for a robot, you'd need feelers and sight, like they work together.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to pick something up, it's kind of interesting.
Very interesting.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to.
I mean, man versus machine. In history, typically the machine supplants. You know what I mean? It supersedes.
Yeah.
The man, like John Henry, if you remember that story.
No, I don't.
It's a man who had made railroads, or he was digging tunnels. And he'd do it by hand. And he was like the best in the world, and he was so good at it.
Yeah.
And pretty soon a tunnel making machine gets invented, or a train track laying machine gets invented.
So he's like.
And then he goes toe to toe with it, and depending on the version of the story, he kicks its ass or he loses.
Or he doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I was curious about, you just went on a spree just writing down ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are like nice, and some of them are like, eh. But what is this mineral rights?
Mineral rights?
That was the one I was curious about.
You're not familiar with mineral rights?
No, what is that?
So, when you buy property in most principalities, you do not own the soil of the land. You own a legal description of the location of the sand.
You can't mine the...
Right. Or the dirt.
Make it mine.
Yeah. So, like, you could probably take a bucket full and nobody's going to say anything.
Yeah.
But that's also probably not okay.
How do you get rights to the ground?
You have to either have had rights to them from a long time ago and then defend them, or you have to just take it and assume rights, or you have to live in an area that allows it. That's like as an individual.
So you don't have rights at this house?
Or you have to be...
You can't dig a hole? Or like...
You have to be a mining company with good lobbyists. But it depends on the mineral. So like locally... It's not too tough to start a gravel pit. I mean, in the scheme of things, as opposed to taking copper.
Do you own everything below the gravel pit once you do that?
I don't know.
So should we?
I don't know enough about it, but
if we wanted to, should we just start a gravel company and just start?
Yeah.
Or like, what about a garbage like place where you throw the garbage on the...
in it and make a landfill?
Yeah, landfill. Then do you own the rights to the...
I don't know.
Could you
as it compost back into dirt?
Like put a bunch of garbage down and then start mining underneath the garbage?
Maybe.
Or like...
Maybe. I think on that idea, I think landfills are going to be mines in the future, because like you think of how much just gold was wasted on e-waste like back in like the 80s and 90s. Like so much gold was used on electronics that's not necessary these days. Like at some point it's going to become valuable to go seeking out that stuff again. It's like, well, the easiest attainable sources in these old electronic parts. Where are those? In the landfills. Let's go get them. It's like at some point it's gonna potentially flip flop if we really are facing
and assuming like one thing that I heard brought up was like I like to think about the future and like space mining. Yeah. See, one thing I don't think space mining is really something that's realistic right now. I mean, it's realistic in like maybe 1,000 years I could probably see it.
Really?
Probably maybe sooner.
You mean
200.
mining in space to send the materials back to Earth?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think that would be necessary. Or I think it will happen, but it'll be organic.
How soon do you think it could be?
30 years?
30 years? Maybe. Maybe you're right.
I'm just basing it on, like, I think the obvious path of space travel is, like, to the moon and then to Mars. Like, obviously they're trying to skip
Once
the
we
moon.
get to Mars, to get to Mars, that's going to be, well, I mean, that's pretty soon, but I feel like catching an asteroid is going to be a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
If you catch an asteroid and then bring it to Earth.
Oh, like just wrangle it. That could be an interesting industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what it could do to the orbit.
I mean, right now I feel like mathematically
Like, I wonder,
could figure it out.
I wonder how much tolerance there is to the mass of the planet that we live on. Because obviously we're sending tolerance. Like, we're sending stuff out all the time, and obviously, like, meteorites hit us all the time. So it's obviously not an exact science, but how much stuff can you take off the planet before it falls out of orbit, and how much stuff can you put on it before
I think that would be maybe.
Can't that? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, if you remove enough stuff.
Maybe it's orders of magnitude larger than I'm imagining.
Because, I mean, if you make a planet lighter, then it might, like, get further away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're in orbit, too, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It depends which way you launch the stuff. Like, if you launch it towards the sun, then I feel like maybe it push us away.
The momentum.
Because if you launch stuff towards the sun, then it pushes because the laws of every action has a reaction.
Yeah.
So
I've heard that before.
Yeah. So we'd have to launch it, like, what do they normally launch during the daytime, right?
Yeah. Do they have to launch a rocket off at the same time?
At night? Like at night? I don't think it's significant enough to even worry about it, actually.
Right.
Maybe eventually we'll.
But with that, though, like, let's say we're wrangling asteroids, and it turns into, like, a big, like, rush, right? All of a sudden, the economy is just booming like we've never seen the world economy.
If one gold asteroid was equal to all gold on Earth right now landed on Earth's, like,
the price of gold would go down.
Yeah, okay, but would there be, like, everybody in the world, like, charging it with their weapons, or what would happen? What do you think we would be civil?
Depends on where it lands. Like, if it landed in the ocean, it'd probably just be wealthy folks.
Yeah, whoever got to it first.
If it landed,
like, in, like, what if it landed
pick a place where
like,
it landed.
Russia?
In
That's
Russia?
What I'm thinking.
Russia.
I feel like Canada would be that.
Canada.
Because I don't think they have enough people that would. Like,
Canada, there would be, like, NATO forces arming it.
The U.S. would probably go for it first.
The U.S. would try to get it.
Alright, but what if they discovered it and then everybody was, like, within the same, like, distance to it, so they could all get to it at the same time? How do you think they would go down? Would they figure out, like, no combat? Like, they would, like, legally figure it out?
Do you think there'd be combat?
I'm kind of thinking if it was gold equal to the entire, like, that's like how much gold is in the world right now? Like $1 trillion maybe, or something?
I think.
Because that's literally.
I think if anything, there would be armed people to stop people from taking any of it.
And how much would they risk their lives?
I think they would worry more so about the disruption of whatever gold value is right now. Because I think powerful people who have, let's say, 50% of their wealth is in gold, now only 25% of their wealth is in gold because the value of it drops.
Yeah.
So they'd have a vested interest in making sure nobody gets it.
Yeah, that'd be.
Or, like, claiming pre-asteroid
would you
gold
go
is
after
worth
it?
more.
Would you, like, go get a bit?
If it was
if
like
all you need is a pickaxe.
If it was like in Brainerd, I'd go for it. But
and then you just take your gold home with you.
Probably not.
I don't know.
Would you?
That's a chunk of gold like that.
That's
gonna be 100 pounds. That's probably like a lot of weight.
There was at the mint in Canada. There's like a chunk of gold.
Okay.
And I don't remember if you're allowed to lift it. But it's just it's just really heavy. Well, they have an armed guard on it all the time.
Okay.
And it's like chained down.
That would make sense because it's probably.
But you can try to lift it, and it's like it's just one bar. That's all it is. It's just one bar, and it's like here's how heavy a bar is, and it's just like that big, and you go to lift it, and it's just like, whoa.
I remember talking to someone that worked at a gold mine, and they said that whenever they had like one that like spilled or got dirty, they'd have to like resend it back through because it's not pure gold anymore.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they could hold those ones because they weren't pure. I guess it's worth less or something.
I wonder if they could find something with like a similar density and make a fake.
Because isn't there like
to let people lift?
What is that other thing? It's like a it's like a wiring thing. It's I'm thinking of a metal that's like similar weight to gold.
I don't know. Silver.
No, it's silver's
Lead.
not. It's uranium. I mean, I don't know if I want to hold that, but it's I forget. I used to play this game called Powder Toy. Have you ever heard of that?
Is that where it's just particles and then you drop all the particles and then some are reactive?
They each have their own like, and they interact with each other.
Yeah.
That was a fun game. I can tell you.
That's a really good game.
Yeah.
I've had that. Yeah.
And there's this metal with like a super high melting point. Maybe that's what I should look like. Metal with high melting point. Here we go. Tungsten. That's it.
Oh,
Tungsten's super heavy.
Gotcha.
I don't know what it's compared to, but it's 3,410 Celsius. You know what that is in Kelvin?
1.
No.
50.
The difference between Celsius and Kelvin, I think it's like 300 and
Is it?
16 or something.
I don't know. I know that when you're looking up temperature on Google, it allows you to switch it to Kelvin.
273.15 degrees. That's the difference between Kelvin. It's a direct comparison.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
So absolute zero is negative 273.15 degrees Celsius.
Do you think absolute zero is possible?
No.
I'm with you.
I mean, we don't know right now, but...
No, I don't think it's possible.
Because absolute zero would mean that it's a complete vacuum, which is impossible.
Right. Well, there's
no light. You can't even see it because there's no light. Because light, it means there's something there, you know?
Yep.
Light has energy, and this would mean no energy.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, but... I mean, maybe we'll figure it out one day. What is that? Right. I was gonna look up that element, helium, I think. It like turns to liquid when it's that cold. Because it's a gas, but when it gets that cold, it turns into a liquid. And it's called the Einstein condensate.
Gotcha.
It's a sixth element, or the sixth state of matter.
It's like past.
Or fifth state of... What is it? Gas,
solid, liquid.
Solid, liquid.
And then some gold between style.
Then there's Hawking. What is that? Hawking. There's Einstein condensate. That's the fourth. That's like super cold.
Gotcha.
And then there's like Hawking something, and that's like... No, there's plasma.
Okay.
Okay, plasma's the fourth one.
Okay.
And then condensate's the fifth one, and then I think there's a sixth one that's like...
Something.
It's like above plasma or something. I don't know.
All right. That's pretty cool.
I was supposed to do research on this, but you can't think of these things before you bring.
Yeah, I mean, you just go with the flow of the conversation.
It feels rehearsed if you.
Yeah, we could just redo the whole podcast when we're done.
We should just do one and then we'll redo it. But
yeah.
We'll know what we're talking about the second time around.
I don't think we would.
Maybe that'll be the strategy in the future.
I don't think we would.
Maybe, okay.
I think less. Yeah, less is more. Mineral rights. Is water
You just start
its own thing? Because like, I guess it depends on where you are. If you're in like a desert, they'd probably get more like picky about.
I don't know what you mean.
Taking water.
Stealing water?
Like, let's say your whole city's on an aquifer, right?
Yeah.
And you just start pumping that water out, and you have like a really green lawn, and everybody's like, dude.
I don't think they'd care that much, right?
I think they would. It's like we're all sharing the
all
aquifer.
Going back into the...
I guess in that case it would, but what if you start bottling it and shipping it out?
Yeah, that would...
I think they probably have those issues elsewhere.
Yeah,
here, there's so much water, it's just in the air, and it sucks.
And it's in the ground, too.
Yeah.
See, like my parents' house,
you go outside and it's humid.
They have a well, like right in the ground, so it's like you know, they don't really. The city doesn't. The city wants us to switch over to the city water.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. What's the? You know why? It's healthier probably.
Maybe
Maybe we're
not.
pulling from their same supply, and they just want us to pay for it.
They just want money.
Yeah, that's probably it.
So there's a couple things with wells, like, yeah, I could go on and on about that. That's something I'm gonna save for another time.
Okay. Oh yeah, I figure we should bring up my sips. Like the thing I noticed is I don't wanna drink too much.
You don't wanna, yeah.
Because otherwise I have it like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to drink.
You don't want to have like a full, yeah.
Like a full mouth full of.
Yeah.
Drink, and then. Because it's weird if I drink for too long.
Yep.
Or if I drink too little, I guess. Too little is fine, I think. I don't think it's too distracting, but too much maybe is probably my.
Try it. Go for a long swig of root beer. Yeah. Longer. Yeah. That was a good amount. That was like that was just too much. Okay.
Spitting. Yeah.
You know better than I do. I don't know.
Yes. All right.
On to
episode. No, we're still on episode 1 of the podcast.
Oh, all right. Can we talk about superlatives?
Yes, I don't know what that.
You don't know what superlative? Okay, so superlative is basically you take the Guinness Book of World Records and everything in there is a superlative. So like the largest, the fastest, the slowest, the widest, the narrowest. That's a superlative. It's the things that exist on the edge of what it is. Okay. I don't know. Let's just talk about them for a little bit.
Okay, superlatives.
What's your favorite superlative?
I don't have a favorite superlative.
Like the world's fastest dog.
See, I don't really think about this too much. Superlatives.
I'll pull up a list. We'll just start reading them.
Oh, we could talk about the what is it? I'm thinking of there's like a tar and it's like, you know how glass? Some people think it's like a liquid. Mm-hmm. With like a really low.
I've heard that. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't think it is. But
yeah.
What is that? What is
viscosity?
That? Viscosity. Like this
the slowest flowing liquid. Yeah. And they got it like it's just like dripping. It's
basically like a solid, pretty much.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. So. Yeah.
That was pretty neat.
It's pretty neat, yeah.
I would say. No.
What?
I was gonna make a really lame joke, like I think my blood is the slowest flowing liquid after eating breakfast. Have some bacon.
Yeah. You know, Thanksgiving's gonna be coming up pretty soon.
This is true.
Is it? How far away is it? Well, it's gonna be winter. I can't wait for winter.
2.5 months, but yeah,
I feel like this is gonna be cool in the winter.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's already cool.
But I mean, it's like I come over here sometimes, and it's gonna be so nice when I have to come over in the winter when it's like freezing out.
Yeah.
And then I'll get that.
It's kind of a cozy place.
Yeah.
Cozy.
I mean, they can hear it.
Yeah, they can echolocate the room, which is good enough.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Try to hit all the walls.
Have you seen Batman, The Dark Knight, Part 2? I don't know what it's called. But he's got this thing, maybe it's the first Dark Knight. He like leaves his cell phone in the wherever it is, and then all of a sudden he echolocates the whole, like he gets a map of the whole building.
That's in the Dark Knight, I think.
Is it the first one? Okay.
No, I don't think it's the first one.
Which one? Yeah, okay. Yeah,
it's probably
that's the second.
Second. No, no, it is the second. It's the one with the Joker.
Yep.
Because he has to echolocate the room.
Yep.
And then
you think they can do that?
Yeah.
I think that technology exists?
Definitely, I think so.
Yeah.
This is the same technology that like not Elon Musk doesn't like that technology, but all the other self-driving vehicles, they have these. It's called lidar.
Yeah.
Lidar. Yeah.
Laser assisted, whatever. Yeah, laser something, right?
I don't know.
L is laser, right? Or am I wrong? Probably wrong.
Laser itself is a acronym. It's called light.
Light.
I don't know.
Light emitting diode. No, I don't know.
Laser. What's it? Laser.
Measuring distance by illuminating with target laser lights.
That's what lidar means.
I mean, that's the
It
description.
means light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Now let's figure out what lidar is. Lidar.
Light detection and ranging.
Lidar. Is it a D?
Yep.
Lidar. Measure distance by illuminating the target with laser light. See, you could do that, or you could just have a camera, which already detects the light from everything around it. And see, another thing is there's going to be people with ultraviolet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about this, like, there's people with ultraviolet, because I was thinking about this because of the Elon Musk's his brain thing, the what is it called, the Neuralink.
Yep.
So one day there's gonna be people with
I'm gonna
ultraviolet.
call it brain tooth. You heard it here first.
Why?
Because it's like Bluetooth, but for your brain.
I don't think so.
You don't think it is?
I don't. Neuralink.
Brain tooth.
I
like it.
I don't.
I'm gonna buy braintooth.com right now if it doesn't already exist.
Okay.
Not found. Somebody already owns it.
So okay, I don't know the significance of brain tooth. Why brain tooth? It's not.
It's just that's what it is.
Okay. All right. So lidar. But see, there's gonna be people with what is it? Ultraviolet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's gonna be people that don't have that.
Yep.
And so there's gonna be people. They're gonna put their ultraviolet lights out their window instead of having like a regular light. They'll just have ultraviolet. You'll just turn on your ultraviolet lamp, and then you'll be able to see. No one else. So like the people who afford these technology.
Yeah. So it'll be like a.
It'll be like
whistle,
the executed people, the excluded people aren't gonna be able to see this stuff.
Right.
And we just wonder what that's. I mean,
yeah.
Well, when we start getting into cause there's like so many wavelengths that we can't, like microwaves we might be able to see one day.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of. I mean, there's like so much. How the world's gonna change if we can suddenly see all these different.
Yeah, if you could see radio waves, it'd be like pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Weren't you bringing that up about your phones? Our phones.
About
like 4G.
Yeah.
So 4G is like.
4G is just really loud.
Yeah.
So it can.
So one day we might be able to see 4G.
Yeah.
And we can like.
See all the waves. I think there's ways like you can get.
Because it can go through walls. So what would that be like? So
right.
It'll just be like it'll be a light that pops through the wall, or something, or how's that?
It depends on how it's represented.
Yeah, yeah. Because you'd have to choose how you represent it too.
Yeah.
That'd be rough.
I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like cameras you can get that will already view it, so it just displays it in a certain way. So.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi intensity or whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We should pull another thing. I don't really like pulling stuff up on here. It feels like it's like not.
I think
not as
it's a
cool.
crutch. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's like we should just keep so this is episode 1 though, so it doesn't have. I figure episode 1 should be the one that's perfect. But see, like yesterday, I had a perfect idea of what episode 1 should be like, and now that I'm on camera, I'm a new person.
That's the thing. You just gotta throw it all out the window.
As soon as I'm on camera, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right. You just gotta be like you can't.
You know what the
you
main
can't
thing,
come in with any like.
The main thing about episode 1 is it's supposed to be timeless, right?
Right.
So I should be talking to the people of the future.
Right. It would be timeless if, in our sincerity of this episode,
I'm very sincere right now.
No, what I'm saying is like the spaces between what we're doing, if those grow and evolve on their own.
I'm feeling very confident right now. Just
all
right.
That up. All right.
I'm just like I just hyped myself up just now.
Okay.
So this is people in the future.
Yeah.
They're watching this right now.
Okay. The sync just turned on by itself, but that's all good.
Yeah, like episode. This is gonna be the one they're gonna listen to this one, and then they're gonna decide if they want to listen to episode 2 or not, or episode 10. See, I started listening to Joe Rogan's podcast because he just uploaded all his episodes to Spotify, and I went right to episode 10 because he's talking to himself.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what's Joe Rogan like talking to himself? Because they have stuff on YouTube where it's Joe Rogan talking to himself, but it's like it's edited, so it's like
really funny.
Yeah. But see, this is just him by himself on a podcast, and he's streaming it. So he's got people he can like he's got like a chat he can listen to. But this was like 10 years ago.
Yep.
And he actually you'd think that Joe Rogan like pioneered podcasting.
No.
You don't think that?
No.
I mean, I don't think that now either because in the podcast he brings up like 4 other podcasts.
Mm-hmm. He was just like one of the first big ones. He was the first big one.
Oh, okay.
He was like the first one that because like podcasts before Joe Rogan were very niche. Like the one I knew about was Ben Heck. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't.
He had a website, right?
Okay.
And he's on like Engadget or something now. He's on some other tech blog. He probably
Benjamin Hecker. This is
Heckendorf. Yeah, that's him.
That's him. They can't see this. Eventually I'll be able to just post because this is OBS. Yeah. So I could actually just pull stuff up onto the screen.
For sure.
But,
but he had one that I would listen to all the time, and it was just like it was literally on like you'd load it onto your iPod. You'd download it before you went somewhere, and you'd load it onto your iPod, and then you'd listen to it.
You don't have to download it. You just.
I know.
We have data now, so you can, if you're in a car, you can just listen to it that way.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Because you'd have to download stuff before.
Before podcasts, they were called radio shows.
Wow.
Whoa. Or conversations. But
unrecorded conversations, though. That's what's special about this one. It's recorded.
That's true. I think if you treat it as such, like you just have...
a normal conversation.
Yeah, you just treat it as a normal conversation. I think that is where you can shine.
Yeah, you just treat it like a...
Like there's no... Like, if you show up as you and you just go for it...
Yeah.
That's it.
The one thing I noticed about Joe Rogan is like it was pretty interesting, just him. But he's got his like cool guy vibe. It felt like he was faking it.
Okay.
Like he was doing his sponsorships, and he's like, check this out, and he's doing his like singing his stuff, and I was just like,
he's also a comic.
Yeah, he is.
So he's probably just trying to get that laugh.
Maybe.
Hard to say.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. Like with somebody like him, he had a pretty decent sized following, and then people are like, hear about Joe Rogan's podcast, and then they would say, "Oh, you mean the Fear Factor guy?"
Yeah.
What does he have to say?
Guy.
Yeah.
But he had weed. That's what made him.
That's also true. He had weed in UFC.
See, the main thing that his other crutch is.
Yeah.
See, our crutch is just our thoughts that we brought up on Discord.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you meant as an audience.
What do you? Oh.
Like stoners in general, just kind of found him.
I don't know. I don't know if that's. But I figured like, cause him on his weed is kind of like me on my normal like we think about the similar things, but he thinks about him while he's smoking weed, and
Gotcha.
I just think about him while I'm at work.
Gotcha.
It's like, so I'm just like, wow. I've never smoked weed, so I don't know what that would be like. But I've been in my head. See, that's kind of where I. Like, well, I can't remember exactly what he was talking about at that moment, but
when I was like, the old lie that was pushed, and it's more apparent that it is that.
What?
Is that weed is like incredibly safe. Like that was always like what
is this it? I don't know.
That's just what like everybody would always say, like when they're trying to push
like
to legalize
Joe
it.
Rogan on it. He didn't like, he seemed normal. He just was like had more ideas. Or something.
It's like, at least like when I was in high school, that was like the big thing. That was just like the general consensus on weed. Like was like, oh, weed is
safe.
Like you can't overdose on it. You can't hurt anybody when you're on it. Like,
but
it's
true.
Look at anybody that's a stoner though. Like they live a certain life. Like if weed doesn't affect you, it does.
Weed is
obviously
like a character thing. Like you want to like have the character
of a stoner.
Maybe that's like what the dangerous part is they choose to be this way.
They choose to have Rastafarian.
Like we choose to be this way.
That's
like,
true. We do choose. Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm gonna smoke weed so I can. Emos. That's one thing I was gonna bring up. Like emos, you know how they live their emo life, I guess.
Okay.
Like they're rebellious, kind of.
I don't see it that way, but go ahead.
I don't know any. Do you know emos?
I would say I'm pretty emo.
You know the emo life?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Okay.
What's the hype about? What's the hype around being emo?
Your lipstick is color. Don't bother, Angel. I know exactly what goes on. It's about crying. It's about feeling the emotions. It's about being sad about a girl that doesn't notice you.
That's what it is.
That's generally, and then also having like a tough home life, which I can't say I had, but I think a lot of my emo friends could.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've had a few emo kids in like classes that I've been to, and it's just like, it just seems weird. Like,
yeah.
Why do you dress this? It feels like it's more of a hassle. See, me, I'm not emo because I'm just lazy. I feel like it'd be a lot of work to do that.
Right.
To be rebellious.
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty rebellious though.
It might be rebellion. I don't know. It could definitely be.
Is
rebellion.
that not what? It's not rebellion.
It could be. I don't know.
Okay.
I've never looked into emo-dom enough. That is okay. So I think you could say smoking cigarettes. That's definitely rebellion. I think listening to loud music that your parents don't want you to listen to. That's rebellion for sure.
I feel like smoking cigarettes isn't exactly. Because if you do it once and then you get addicted to it, or is it like a vibe thing? Like, this is what I'm doing now?
I think it has to do with being lonely. I think that's...
Like drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes, that's kind of like, they're kind of similar.
I think smoking cigarettes mostly has to do with being lonely. It's finding a level of connection with people. And
then you get other people, because they all have the same addiction, so they can all go out and smoke cigarettes together.
Right. Well, it's like grasping at something. Like even though you know that you've been told that it will hurt you, you go and do it anyways because it's something you share with other beings, right? So it's like this lighter at the end of the tunnel. It's like I don't know.
Okay.
It's like it's a connection. It's something that you can share with people if you're lonely. And maybe that's not why everybody turns to it, but I think that's definitely
like for me,
part of it.
I eat sugar. That's my.
Yeah.
Is it an addiction? It's not an addiction.
Could be.
For like a few days, it's an addiction, I guess. It's like, if I don't have sugar for a few days, I'm just like, I want some candy.
I know people that
But then after that,
convinced
it's just
sugar's
like
the worst.
it's just like whatever. I don't care about it anymore.
Yeah.
I bought some nuts today,
Okay.
and I thought they were only $8.
Yeah.
But they were $15.
What? Are they really good?
No, they don't have enough salt on them. But cashews, that's what they are.
Cashews are so good.
Not for $15 there.
Is it like this many?
It's just this many. It's like this
That's
many.
a good size amount of. That's about fair for cashews.
$15?
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I'd rather get some almonds. I think I like almonds better.
Almonds are a little cheaper. Cashews are spendy.
Yeah, I'd
They're
rather.
good though.
It's the salt that's good, probably.
No, cashews.
The
are good.
cashew flavor, because
Yeah.
almonds have an oil flavor. They're kind of
Yeah.
like, if they're roasted, they have like an oil.
Someone
flavor.
was saying almonds and cherries share the same flavor profile.
I don't see it.
Yeah, but if you did a blind taste test, you would be like, I don't know
Okay.
which one's which.
Maybe I'll do that when I
Yeah,
get back.
yeah.
I'll compare
Or maybe it's just the
the
extract. I
taste
don't know what it
profile
is.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how taste profiles work. I'm just parroting. I didn't do the research. All right. Look it up.
You know what would be
Fact check
easier
me.
is if almond or if cashews and cherry.
No, it's almonds and cherries.
Almonds maybe.
Yeah.
I could maybe see that, I guess. In fact, most almond extract is actually made from cherry pits and other fruits in the drupe family. Wow. Okay, that's nice.
Now you know.
Almonds are an extract from cherry pits. I thought almonds were like a. What does that mean, an extract from cherry pits?
I think almond extract. So like you go to like for baking.
Hey there.
Yeah.
Roland's here.
Yep. Guest star.
He's not on camera though. He's just. He'll
Hanging.
be in the thumbnail though.
Yep.
We like to put him in the thumbnail.
That's how you
That's
know.
gonna be the thing for maybe the first.
Gets
few
all the
epi-
clicks.
For the first few episodes, we'll put him in the thumbnail. But then we'll have to switch to a different. We'll switch to other objects in the house maybe. That'll be the thing. If I
Yeah.
start I was thinking I should start uploading to Spotify.
Okay.
I don't know. To be like Joe Rogan's squad maybe. I don't know. Because I recently got Spotify Premium again.
Yeah.
I had it for about an hour or two without premium, and there was a lot. There was like sperm donations. I was like, I don't know what that means.
Just like ads on ads.
Like sperm donation ads. Like
Really?
yeah. I was, okay.
Apparently they think you got good genes.
Maybe yeah. Would
Like,
someone
based
want
on your
my-
music
Would
choice.
someone want my genes though? I don't know. Would someone want your genes? You think?
I don't know. I hope so.
Such a weird thing. Like, because I'm kind of short, so I feel like it's like a tall person, and then the one kid is like really it's shorter than everyone else.
You're fine, dude.
Or like, I feel like everything else is pretty good about me. I don't know.
You're fine.
Yeah. What about you? What are you insecure about? I'm not insecure about my height though. So let's just be clear of that.
I don't know. That's a good question.
What am I insecure about? I don't. Oh, my voice is I'm a little insecure with my voice.
Okay.
Because it's a little higher pitch, but I think it's alright. I've been on Xbox and Call of Duty. They tell me about my voice.
Really?
Yeah.
What
They
is
say I sound high all the time.
Okay.
That's like the one where I sound like a girl sometimes. Which
Really?
It's fine, I guess.
Huh.
I'm not offended by it.
These
But
are all things
I'm
you
pretty
can't
good
change.
now. I'm getting good at Call of Duty, so it's
Okay.
like, so I can just talk crap, and it's even better because I sound like a kid sometimes.
Mhm.
So you're just like,
I think you're. Yeah.
in my accent. Well, I don't know if I. have
That's
an accent.
something I'll get very self-conscious about because
Your accent?
I've lived in an area with a different accent and I picked up the accent while I lived there, and going like back
'Cause there's
to a
gonna be
Minnesotan
people-
accent. It's like it's interesting. I love the Stearns County accent. Like it's just music to my ears, right?
I don't know what that means. Like,
I don't know that I can, like, I don't want to be a character of it.
yeah.
Like, I just want to be natural in my speech, but sometimes I find myself slipping with my O's from one end of the spectrum to the other. So I could be having a conversation like we're having right now, and my O's might be very Pacific Northwest, but then it'll start to slip back into Minnesota, where either way is okay, but I think the sliding between it can cause some uneasiness. You know what I mean? At least in myself, it's something that I notice.
It's like if I start talking to someone with an accent, I'll just start mocking it, kind of.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Like, it's just like you just start talking with the accent.
I
think it's so that they can understand you better or something.
I feel like there's a certain...
Because the first time I ever noticed it was on Xbox with these guys from Ireland, but they had a North Ireland accent, and so it was like really difficult for me to understand them. And then there one guy, I think he changed his accent a little bit so I could understand him. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of like switched my accent a little bit so he could understand me better.
I think that's something that kind of naturally happens. Yeah. If you're trying to have a conversation, you try to find similar language.
People
I was at the local burrito joint, right? Okay. And a lady walks in, and she's right behind me. I ordered like 3 carnitas tacos. They're very good. And she was ordering a ground beef burrito, right? That's what she wanted. She ordered a hamburger burrito, which
a ground beef burrito.
Ground beef and hamburger to a lot of people is the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm buying some hamburger. That means you're buying the ground beef.
Yeah.
I'm buying ground beef.
Did she
to turn into hamburgers?
Did she get a hamburger?
The lady who was processing the order, who English was definitely her second language, was like trying to find it in the computer, you know, she couldn't figure it out. And she had to ask like one of the younger people, like, what's a hamburger burrito? And they're like, oh, it's ground beef. Oh, okay, but in Spanish, like whatever. Because she's probably thinking hamburger with like ketchup, mustard, cheese. Like, that sounds disgusting.
Like a hamburger burrito.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
You gotta like meet each other halfway, you know, or else you have these weird.
Yeah, definitely. Well, for these guys were from Ireland, so they spoke English.
Yeah.
But their accent I couldn't understand, so it was like. And then when it starts happening that they're speaking, or like people from like England, and I start talking, and I don't notice their accent because I've talked to people from England before, and I just don't.
Yep.
Like, for some of them, that you just don't even realize it. And then it's like you're talking about something, you like think of something local, and then it's like. They use a different word or something. Yeah. It just like throws you completely off.
Yep.
Or another thing that happens is when I'm talking to someone like they're talking in their accent, like on a call or something, and then someone like local comes around, like because it's usually on a call, and then in the real world they like walked up to me and I start talking to them. I feel like I'm talking to them in the same accent that they're.
Yeah.
And it's so weird. I don't know if I'm actually speaking in their accent, but it just feels like I am.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a thing that you
I'm trying to remember an exact situation, because there's one that happened recently where I had begun to kind of slip it, like, because like when you're able to communicate with people like well, you kind of lose track of like the actual, like, it takes less thinking, right? Like if your message is getting heard and you know that your message is getting heard, it takes like, there's less stress in that conversation.
You know how weird it is when you don't have an accent, but you like start speaking to someone in the accent, even though you don't have the accent. Like, it just feels so weird.
I think it's easier to do on the fly than it is to
like if I just start talking to you in like an English accent.
Go for it.
I can't right now, but
pitbull chat. I don't know. That's all I got. It's pretty bad.
I can't think of anything right now.
And then here's another thing. This is a hot take.
Okay.
Are accents racist?
No.
All right. I agree.
It's just weird when you.
It depends on the context.
If you start making fun of someone's accent, I feel like that's not. Because, like, to them, it's probably just the same.
Right.
It's probably just natural.
Right.
But it's, like, slightly
So I could do, like, I could do a Brooklyn accent. I could do a California accent.
Yeah.
But, if I did, like, a Louisiana accent, it's probably going to be, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Is it, like, offensive if I start copying your accent and then...
I don't know. I wouldn't be offended. If you did
I
it
don't think I
poorly
would
and you
either.
mocked it, I'd be like,
I
hey,
don't know.
shut up.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people do it though.
Someone should mock my accent. I feel like that would be the way to figure it out.
Wait for the comments. All right, put in the comment box below.
Yeah, I'd like some activity in the comments. That's like a one thing.
I just want to see how.
I want some hate comments. That's like that's what I want most of all.
Hate comments about our accents.
Or how I look, or I don't know, just hate comments. We want some hate comments. Because if you can't say something nice,
then you could probably say something bad.
No, on YouTube they probably won't say anything if they have only something nice to say.
There are some pretty healthy YouTube communities.
Not me.
You end up on some channels, their comments are pretty decent.
Like I wanted to bring this up, like artists. Like I mean, because you're kind of an artist, right?
I'd say so, yeah.
Me, am I an artist? Do you think?
Possibly.
A little bit. I'm a little bit of it, but I love hating on art. That's like my
critique.
Like for music, remember that I was telling Jake about this video that I commented on, this a piano hate video.
Yeah.
And I still get messages from people, and some of them are like completely just they calling me names, and the other ones are like, let me explain this to you, like so that like it's like helpful.
So people are gonna click on your profile from.
It's not even this. It's not even on this account.
That's a different account.
It's
Gotcha. I was gonna say they're gonna click on your profile and be like, who the heck is this guy? And then they're gonna find.
I did link on my other channel to this channel.
Okay. So if someone's really digging. Yeah,
there is one person that did. They commented on my YouTube video and they said it was really cringy.
All right.
But it wasn't me talking to her. It was a mobile game.
Okay.
And it was shot really poorly. It's like a win. Like
let them cringe.
Yeah, so I said if you want to find some more cringe, you can. And then I linked to this YouTube channel. So that was what I did. That's how I'm getting. Cause I noticed.
You could have went a little bit longer.
I noticed YouTube comments are a great way to get people to look at your channel.
Yeah, I think so.
So I've been trying to, because I have one channel that I use for watching videos, and I have like 1 million subscribers. I mean, I subscribe to 1 million people on there.
Gotcha.
But through doing that, I got 7 subscribers from people. Just, I don't know why. But I've had that account forever, so
yep.
I'm not really sure.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely a tactic.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm still stuck on accents.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I don't know,
I was gonna try to do an accent there, but nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing was ready. I can't.
All right, you got to do sincerely.
Oi, chap.
We'll just do the rest of the.
We'll just do
the rest. I can't do.
There's gonna be people with
the rest
these
of the
accents.
podcast with some sort of accent. I don't know what kind of accent this is, but this is an accent. If you just pretend you're someone else, I don't know. Like you gotta put on a whole.
I can't come up with anything.
I don't know either.
Like if I try to force it, then it's not. The thing is, you have to think of the accent, and then you have to think of what to say, and that's.
If you think of like a person to imitate, I think it's easier. So a person that has an accent. I think it's
because I'm on camera.
No.
I mean, I'm being recorded. I can't think of anything.
Just relax. No camera.
The more time I sit here and be quiet, it feels like people
just
that are
let
watching.
Let it be quiet. See how long we can make it be quiet. All right, ready?
All right, that's it for me.
That's it.
Sorry.
That's it. Oh, come on.
You want to spend a long time being quiet?
Let's just see how long we can make it.
I don't.
Quiet. And then we're gonna come back
because someone's gonna be listening to this in their car or something.
That's all right.
And they're just gonna be like,
it'll be quiet. Yeah, and then their friend will get into the car and be like, "What are you listening to?" And then all of a sudden,
it'll be us.
We'll be breaking back in with our best British accents. All right,
no,
ready?
I can't. No, I'm not ready for this. All right,
yeah. All right, ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Harry Potter.
Oi. Alright, we're back here. Is that
well, I found out.
This is like not even...
British people don't...
tea.
I don't know.
Tea.
I got like 4 different accents.
Oh, we actually got tea today.
Did you have tea? What kind of tea did you have?
No, we bought tea, bagged tea, but I didn't want it because it comes in a
Sweet
bag
tea?
and you can't make it in bulk. And I'm all about bulk foods.
Why don't you just put a bunch of bags in?
Can you do that? Can you get a bag?
You just like tea bags, right?
Yeah, tea bag. Can you put a bunch of tea bags into a...
Yeah, into like a picture. Yeah. You can do that. I mean, that's
We'll
not the
look
most
into that.
economical option, but yeah, you can definitely do that.
And you have to boil it too.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Sure.
I thought that's what you do. You boil water and then you put tea in the... I don't know how it works.
My neighbor growing up made the best. She called it sun tea. I don't know if that, you ever heard of this.
Nope.
You like literally you take your pitcher, right?
Yep.
And then you put tea in it.
Yep.
And then maybe a lemon. I don't know. And then you just leave it outside.
Like a whole lemon? Do you cut the lemon?
And it's hot outside, right? And you leave it
Peel the
outside for a
lemon?
while, and then it like stews in the sun.
Okay.
And then you bring it back inside, and you pour it into a glass, and then you sip on it, and you say, that's some good tea.
Yeah.
Shoot. That's how you say it, because you're relaxing. You're drinking the tea.
Shoo.
Yeah.
There's some good tea.
Yeah.
Is that...
Yeah. More of a coffee drinker myself.
Yes. You know the fancy thing about this? The podcast. I mean, I got this recording button, and it's not actually going to be live. Like, I have to upload it later. So, like, this could never go up if I just didn't upload it.
That's true.
How's that make you feel? I don't know, just feeling the vibe of it. It kind of brings everything into reality. It's like...
Yeah. Like, this isn't permanent.
This isn't permanent. Like, I could edit this.
Yeah.
At any point. I probably won't, but...
You could upload it. You could
the whole
not
thing
upload it. We could do another one if you want.
Yeah,
you
totally.
want.
We're not going to.
No, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could do another one,
Yeah.
but not another episode 1.
That.
You know what? Even George Lucas couldn't figure out episode 1, so...
Yeah, so that makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Should we talk about sponsors?
Yeah, sponsors.
Potential sponsors, not... None of
So
these
we're going to name drop them.
No companies, alright? I don't want any more any companies that could potentially pay us, and then we're just giving them free content.
Walmart.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. We could do Great Value.
That's Walmart.
Great Value root beer. It's good.
Bentonville, Arkansas.
What? Is that where it's canned?
Yeah.
That's not a sponsor. But Walmart, if you want to sponsor us,
Sponsor.
I'd be happy to take.
We need a new
take
camera,
your money.
a new mic, and paycheck.
Yes. If anybody wants to send us new equipment, if you enjoy this content, you could sponsor us and give us new equipment.
Yep.
Maybe some cord organizer. I'm just looking at the video. I don't know if everybody's going to be listening.
I mean, I probably have made
Like
a lot of
organizers.
uneasy noise like during all this, like
I
stomping
burped
and
a few
like,
times.
yeah, that's pretty cool though. I like that.
But
It's
the
raw.
mic is not attached to the table anymore, so
Yeah.
we did make that.
So we can just do this all day.
And we have better lighting now.
We do have better lighting.
And we added like some Easter eggs.
We can only get better from here.
That's true. This is episode 1.
Yeah, it's all downhill
We're
from
not-
here.
Uphill.
Uphill means it's hard though.
Yeah.
But
It's gonna get. I don't know.
we got to get to the
I think
To the
episode
summit.
10 is the one, because it's episode 10. I'm gonna figure out if I should get guests on.
Okay. I think we should have guests anyways.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Like in real life, or
Yeah. I think just
are we gonna have like a monitor here with them
could
and a
do that.
speaker?
It depends. We'll give them a COVID test before they come in. And see.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe we
Depends on the
should
guest.
invite someone with COVID.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could call it COVID guest.
COVID cast.
Not even there. Not even. Are you gonna start a podcast, or is this?
This is it, man.
This is it.
This is it.
All
Why it's only social interaction.
that's I'm so good at calling.
I've tried to do. Okay. There was a girl in 10th grade that told me I could never do anything on my own. I've done a lot of things on my own since then, but there is especially one thing I can't do on my own.
What is that?
And that is start a YouTube channel or any of that sort of thing.
I did that.
I can't stay focused on the project at hand. So like I can't
See, my thing is I just come up with too many ideas, and then once I think of them, they're unoriginal now.
It's like the same thing. Like any.
If I could convince myself that every idea that I ever come up with, I could come up with once again, then I'd be making so much content.
Well, that's the thing. That's what's
like. It's like if I think of a joke, and then I tell it out loud, and it doesn't feel as good. I think that's how I feel. Like I'm in bed, I'm just in there. I'm in bed sleeping. I'm just like I come up. I'm not sleeping. I'm in
just
bed.
about to sleep, yeah.
And then I come up with all these ideas.
Yep.
And then it's like, oh, I can't do them now because they've already been done in my head.
Yep.
That's where like I'll have like a conversation with you.
Yep.
But it'll be in my head.
Okay.
And then if I try to start it with you,
yeah,
like it might be good, but it doesn't feel genuine.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's something about that. I think if you write down certain ideas.
Yeah, that's why I like having we have a Discord. I don't know if we're gonna invite people to it yet.
Yeah, I think if they pay for our Patreon, they can definitely join the Discord.
It's gonna be free. People want to get access to our Discord. It's gonna be free.
They can pay to my Patreon and join the Discord server.
You can donate to Jake.
Yeah.
Are we gonna make your address public so people can send you?
Might as well. Why not? No.
No, not yet. Because you're gonna be staying here for a while. Maybe. Well, you think you'll have a renter here?
I think that.
You can invite a person to live in the basement. You have 2 people live down there.
I think I already got someone living in the basement. No, I don't know. I came home and the basement door was open. I'm like.
That was me. I like to leave it open sometimes.
All right.
When
you're staying down there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of stinky down there, but go for it.
Sorry, that was me. Yeah. This is actually the viewers probably don't know where we are right now.
They could figure it out, I'm sure.
No, I mean like our recording location.
Well, it could be.
Right here. This counter top.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Jake's house.
Yeah.
I actually said in the description last time we shot it at Jake's house.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's what I called it.
It's okay. It'll.
And then you were only in there for a week or something, less than that.
Maybe a month, maybe 25 years. Who knows?
It was. Oh, is it? We're gonna trick him into. How long has Jake been here? It's pretty obvious because there was paint all over last time, and now the walls changed color.
That's true.
We're gonna slowly just start.
Changing the color of the walls.
You know what would be cool is if we got the camera here and we sat on that side.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Like us just both like sitting next to each other.
Or even vice versa.
This table in the middle is pretty cool. I like this.
I think this is a pretty cool shot. Actually.
Yeah, because in the
there's more.
This is actually uploaded to my YouTube channel right now, and we were thinking we should make it a Wasi podcast YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But I kind of figure if anyone, like people who subscribe to that YouTube channel just want to watch what I upload.
Yeah.
So I figure I just upload whatever and it won't. Because I'm making this into a playlist.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's going to be on this playlist. I mean, all the Wasi podcasts.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Actually, Jake is a bit of a YouTube star as well.
I can say that.
He's got more views than me, pretty much.
I mean, we just built a pod racer. There's nothing.
You know, you could have been famous.
Could have been. I don't want to be.
If you had continued to upload to your YouTube channel, you could have been famous. It won't even matter.
Famous is that is where. So
I'm okay with being famous, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you give up so much. I think being famous is not hard.
See, I'm in my head so much, I don't even notice if people are like.
Gotcha.
I don't even notice people, like if someone. I guess if it's like family, if I see family at like, I've never.
Just imagine how much it would suck. Like you can't go out anywhere. I guess like if you don't value.
If you don't go outside very much, then it does.
Yeah.
But if I go to the store and I've only seen family at the grocery store once, and I just talked to them. So
Yeah.
that was pretty much how that went. And then it was like, oh, I'm just hanging out with them at the
Mhm.
great value section or whatever the I don't know. And then it was like, I could leave right now, but I'm
Yeah.
just sitting here talking to me, and like now and then they stopped talking to me, and I'm just still standing there. I'm just like, I guess I'm just, I don't know.
Guess I'm
Like,
here.
we're related, so this is fine.
Yeah. No, that's
Have you ever had anything like that?
yeah. One time
Where it was like you.
I walked into Fleet Farm, right?
Okay.
And I saw my parents, and they were walking the other direction because they saw my mom's brother.
Okay.
They like it was just like all three of us at the same spot, like same exact time. It was like
Pretty
the heck?
crazy.
It was like a crew of like 9 or 10 people, like
Hmm.
all in the same vicinity, all at the same time
Wow.
that knew each other. It's like
I've
oh,
had
this
that
is
happen
weird.
before.
Yeah.
Like we meet somewhere, and then there's like a bunch of people that are also know each other are also there,
Yeah, it's just like hey, hi.
and then they all like, it's like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And then strangers start coming in. It's like, I don't know if that ever happens, but
Kind of.
that'd be kind of cool if like it's like a group of people and then the strangers start coming in too. It's like, because eventually everybody will
Mm-hmm.
kind of knows each other,
Yeah, I think
and
so.
then it's like a mutual friend group, and then it just keeps
Building.
growing, and yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So if you just like kind of pay attention, even like locally, like our town is pretty okay sized. Like it's not huge,
It's like 100,000.
something like that.
Pretty. You think as the because like back in the day there wasn't that many,
There was less people.
like a lot less people. How much has the population grown in the lot? You okay? Should I just keep talking through you being off camera? It's a podcast, so I can't say off camera because
Yeah.
they might. Jake was leaning away from the frame
So I can breathe.
because this air over here wasn't fresh enough.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
I think we should wrap it up.
Alright. Should we do a review of our podcast, like our end review? Should we leave this in, or is this gonna be a separate?
In closing, I don't know.
How do you feel like this went?
I feel like I got a tickle in my throat. Ooh. Sure hope I'm healthy.
I hope so too. I hope so too.
I think it's just from talking.
Should we have an outro? It's not a YouTube video, it's a podcast, so.
We'll just get a
Do you have your
royalty-free-
guitar? Should we grab your guitar so you can play it? You wanna dance for us?
Dance.
That's kind of what I feel like if I ask you to play guitar, it would be like,
It's just the
can I give you a guitar and then you just play something? As an outro, like they can't hear me anymore. What is this? Actually, I could play something. That's how I don't know how to play guitar, but
Is this in frame?
that's a monkey. You just hit the mic. Alright, do you know any... What should my outro song be? This?
Yep. That was Wyatt's only
Only social
interaction.
It's not a... You can't sing that. It's,
We should play it.
anybody who knows how to play guitar is going to be so upset with me right now. See, it's supposed to end right as the note plays, but this is episode 1, so it doesn't matter, right?
That's all good. I think we're fine.
I don't know any. What are you doing?
I don't know.
What note is this? There we go. It's perfect. Alright. That was it for Wyatt's only social interaction.
Till next time.
Yeah. Come back leave a comment, leave a hate comment for us for stuff we can fix, and then
he's asking for critique and comments.
Leave critiques in the comments.
Yep.
Don't DM them to me. Just send them right in the comment. You can DM some to me. Mm-hmm. I assume that this won't get too much traction with people that don't know me, so.
You never know.
If you don't know me, leave a comment. But you don't have to. I don't want to push away people that don't know me. But also, if you don't know me, you can send me a message. And get that. Will that ruin it? Because once they just leave a comment and then a message, and then I'm just gonna end this. So.
Perfect.
All right. See you guys
later.